Welcome back.
Sorry.
12 and a half. I'm sorry. That was
I was gonna apologize. Sorry for being gone for like
3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
We've had school and finals are next week.
Yeah, and our
work.
catch back up with it for you guys because we love you.
I don't.
Arlo doesn't, but Chloe loves you.
I love you guys.
No, she doesn't. No, I love you guys because I have hearts on my cheek.
Alright, we have some fun horror stories for you guys. We were going to do this in October for Halloween, but it's November now. Yay! Oh well, they're still fun. So yeah, 2 months ago we went to the first furry con in Alamo City.
It's Alamo City Furry Invasion.
Yeah, and it was pretty fun, but it had its ups and downs, but I am not surprised since it was their first time. But it was pretty funny. It was right on the Riverwalk. It was really nice. So we had a hotel room. Me and Chloe didn't even have to pay for the hotel room because we have Cross is like the best. Shout out to Cross.
Shout out to Cross the Coyote. We'll link his Twitter because he's such a sweetheart and we owe everything to him basically. He's so nice to us.
He also drove.
Yeah, he drove us the entire way there and back.
But anyway, there's some weird occurrences that happened there. I'm gonna start with, okay, so I was super tired. I have like this problem right now where I'm just sleeping throughout the day so much. And it was really bad during that time. And so like, I was just like, it was like 10 on the first day and I was like, I'm just gonna go to bed. And they're still fursuiting and they're like, okay, good night. And I went to bed and I woke up at like 1 in the morning to Chloe and Cross like shaking me awake and I was like, what's wrong? And they're like, we need to check the bed for bed bugs. And I was like, what?
Yeah, because while we were downstairs, we heard people talking about how, oh shit, like people have been finding bed bugs in their hotel rooms. And Cross and I were just looking at each other like, holy fuck, Arlo's asleep upstairs. So we ran up there, we shook her awake and we're like, hey, so yeah, we have to check for this, no big deal.
So I just kind of like slumped out of bed and didn't help while they like looked under the mattress and stuff. But nothing was found.
Yeah, we were bug free. I mean, I hope that it was a rumor because I never actually confirmed if that actually happened. I hope that it didn't, but it is just a rumor that we heard. Never confirmed.
Oh, a fun night.
Yeah.
Alright, so while we were at the convention, there's a few other well-known furries like Telephone and Omnom.
They were guests of honor along with Splat, Omnom's.
Oh yeah. So it was cool to see them. But they had their own, we watched their show. It was like Fursuiting 101 and their show was great and stuff. And then a little bit after, somebody told me that their hotel room, while that was going on, was broken into and nothing was taken. Just people are fucking great. Furries are crazy. Dude, why would you do that?
They would do anything to get into a Poppy Fur's room at a hotel. Just saying that word makes me feel like I'm going to hell. That's on my list. Speaking of Telephone and Omnom, I actually met them my first night I was there, I think. I was hanging out with Pop the Otter and Cross, and Arlo was asleep. This is before the bedbug incident. So it was Cross, Pop, and oh yeah, Twister. We were all hanging out down at the bar. They were Pop and Twister were getting drinks, you know. I was just drinking a Coke, and I see these people just laughing it up at the bar, right? And I'm like, oh, they're having a fun time. And Pop's like, oh, hey, how are you guys doing? I was like, oh, okay, Pop knows them. And one of them like has flippy hair, and he comes up to me and he goes, oh my god, I love your fursuit, because I was like the only one in suit. And I was like, oh, thanks. And he goes, oh yeah, can I get a picture? And I was like, oh yeah, sure. And halfway through him taking a picture of me, I was like, wait, are you Omnom? And he goes, oh yeah, I am. Hold still, let me take this picture. I was like, well, what the fuck? I was like, wait, no, it's nice to meet you. And he goes, oh yeah, it's nice to meet you too. And I gave him a hug. And then after that, there's just this, their whole little posse. They were talking, they're like, okay. They were saying bye to my group of friends. They're like, okay, yeah, we're gonna go. And then this one girl just goes around hugging all of us, and she hugs me. She goes, oh my god, I love your fursuit so much. And I was like, oh, thanks. Like, she like gave me a hug. And she was like, bye. And I was like, oh, bye. I don't know you, whatever. And no, Cross literally like looks at me deadpan in the eyes, shocked, and I was like, what? And he goes, you didn't know who that was? And I was like, no. Was I supposed to know that? And he goes, that was Telephone. I was like, well, what the fuck? I don't know what she looks like out of suit. I was like, holy shit. Okay, bye, Telephone.
You call yourself a furry.
I know. I was so ashamed. They came back like 30 minutes later to say hi again, but I was like, oh, hey, hi, Telephone. She's like, oh, hi. I was like, I'm sorry I didn't recognize you earlier. She's like, oh, that's fine. I'm pretty sure she was drunk, so she probably doesn't remember this anyway, but... so yeah, that's how I met them. Alright, sorry. I kept seeing Omnom the rest of the convention. He kept asking for pictures. He was so nice. I can't wait to see him again at another convention.
The last thing that happened at ACFI, we had threats to the hotel, and the staff tweeted about it. They're like, hey, don't go fursuiting on the Riverwalk. We've been having threats.
That was literally it. They didn't tell us the specifics, so they just kind of left that hanging in the air for everyone.
So everybody was like, okay.
I remember everyone was like, okay, well, are you doing anything to prevent those threats from happening again? But they just didn't say anything after that, so we were just kind of left to our own regard on that note.
Oh, remember when so there's the fursuiting parade, and I was excited. I was like, oh, it's my first fursuiting parade. And we stand in this room for like over an hour, all trying to get a picture, and then we all get into different lines, and they put all the best furs in the front because they're dancing. And
all the popular furries.
Yeah. So we finally get moving, and the parade literally lasts like maybe like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it was very uneventful.
Yeah.
It was also because like there was problems with the scheduling, like they thought it was going to happen at this time, but it happened at other times, and they rescheduled it for a time in between those, and so no one knew when it was going to be, so like most of the people were gone because it was lunchtime, like, and no one knew when the fursuit parade was going to be, so they were like, fuck it, let's just go eat. So there weren't as many people as there could have been, so it wasn't as hyped up, and it wasn't as long, so we were standing in that fucking room for an hour. Like, there was so much body heat, it felt like 100 degrees in there. Last thing is not safe for work content out in the open.
Oh yeah! Oh my god. So, I mean, there wasn't very many dealers, which I'm not surprised since it was the first time convention. So we went to the dealer's room, and it was just a small room with like maybe 10 tables. And one of them had just not safe for work, just displayed out, just like Bowser penis.
Yeah, there was a Bowser penis mouse pad just out in the open, no cover or anything.
He's just hanging out there, and I look over, and there's like kids in the room.
Yeah, there were a lot of kids at this convention. There were literally child fursuiters that could have walked into the dealer's den and seen Bowser penis just out there. It wasn't marked NSFW or anything. They had body pillows up there that weren't marked. It was just fucking...
It was all displayed, like...
What the fuck?
I don't really care, but I care that there's kids enjoying this convention, and if they see it, I don't want them to be scarred.
Honestly, like, can you imagine how bad this would look to an outsider visiting this fucking furry convention?
Like, cover it up!
That's horrible! Why would you do that?
Anyway, if people were complaining, of course, to the staff, and the staff wouldn't do shit. And they're like, oh, they finally did something, and he covered it up, some of it, for like one day, and then the last day, it was just out in the open again. And everybody gave up, I guess. That's
definitely something that they need to fix for next year, because that was... Oh my god, that's not okay.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can move on to some earlier stories. Probably should have started out with this, but I guess that was fresh in our memory. We have some con horror stories from
Anime Fest.
Anime Fest. I keep forgetting all the names for everything.
Cool.
Anime Fest was fun, but it was probably the least furry-friendly one out of all the ones I went to.
I mean, don't get me wrong, anime conventions so far that I've been to have been extremely friendly for furries, and A-Fest was like that for a lot of the time, but it was definitely apparent that they had some sort of like vendetta against furries the whole time. I mean,
but it's just like the staff was very rude. Like, Chloe had her ball, and she was just throwing her ball around like a fucking dog. So there's these little kids, and she was just throwing the ball, and the kids would catch it and throw it back to her, and then other people joined in, and it was harmless. And the staff came up and like, you can't be doing that there. I'm like, there's fucking like ninjas over there, like having a sword fight with their stupid plastic swords, and I can't throw this oversized tennis ball to a child.
Yeah, the children were having a fucking blast. They were gathering all the furries. We had this giant fucking dance party. I mean, holy crap. There was, like, it was in this perfectly giant area.
Yeah,
in the
there
lobby.
was room. We weren't in the way. Like, everybody was doing their own thing in that room, and we weren't in the way, and people were having fun, and the staff's just like, no, fuck you.
They also told us to turn down our music on the speaker, even though...
Everybody's walking. Have you been to a con? Everybody has their stupid little radios and playing their music, and nobody gives a fuck.
Honestly, like, I see so many people with much louder speakers just fucking wandering the halls, just having a blast, blasting their music, and then we're over here having a dance party with children.
But it was freaking fun, and the staff was just gathered in the corner, just like frowning and staring at us. They were just not nice staff members there.
They really weren't. I could tell that they kept staring at us and, like, they're, like, whispering to each other, like, plotting, like, what to do with the furries next. Like,
yeah.
I know. Oh, shit. I forgot. Oh, my God. I completely forgot to write this down. So, while we were there, my friend, Cloud the Fluff Butt, was with us, and he had mentioned to me, I think, like, the Saturday of the convention, he told me, oh, yeah, I heard a bunch of people talking about, they were like, oh, yeah, this is the
yeah.
Yeah, you remember?
Oh,
they were like, oh yeah, the furry with the hearts on its cheeks. Yeah, that one. I heard that she was in a furry orgy room. And I mean, thank God Cloud told me this, because I wouldn't have known otherwise, you know. I had no idea I was in that furry orgy room.
Why didn't you invite me?
I know! I didn't even remember that I was in there! I mean, obviously these anime folks know more about my personal life than I do. Obviously they do, because I don't fucking remember going to this. I mean, I should watch out for myself.
Look at
I
that
must be a
dog with hearts on her cheeks.
I must be a fucking pervert. I'm into hentai and bestiality. You watch out for me.
Another occurrence that happened there was late at night. We were all sitting at a table just talking. Another thing that happened at the convention was it's late at night and we're all sitting just resting at a table. We all had our heads off in front of us. These people a little bit away from us were playing Truth or Dare, and they come over to our friend Boba.
They were very drunk, by the way. It was like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, everybody was drunk at this convention. Like, I would step in the elevator and just splash in some alcohol. It was disgusting. Everybody was drunk. Everybody. Stand! Anyway, so this like guy waddles over and he's like, "Oh, that's a pretty cool mask. Can I put it on?" Like, what he wasn't sound like he was just a frat boy or something.
Yeah,
frat boy of anime world. I don't think that exists.
He was like 30.
Yeah, he like waddled over and he's like, "Hey, can I try that on?" And I don't know why I'm giving up this boy, but Boba was like, "No, it's pretty small. Like, I made this," and he just freaking grabs it and shoves it on. And he's like, "Oh wow, this is cool," and yanks it off and gives it back to her. She never like gave him permission to do that. Like, I don't care if you're not a furry. How would you like it if I grabbed your Naruto wig and put it on?
With no consideration to how fragile it might be.
Oh.
He just fucking wiggled it.
Naruto!
Like, his head was so much. His head must have been the size of that fursuit head. His head was so big.
You got a head.
Like that fucking fursuit head was tiny. What the fuck?
Like, I don't understand. Like, why everybody was wearing costumes? Like, why would you feel like it's okay to take one of them and put it on? Especially without. I mean, if she said yes, then go ahead. But she did not.
Yeah, she was very iffy. She was like, "Oh no, please don't do that." Like, that's so rude, y'all. Just, oh my god.
I think that's all with. Oh no. It's time for the best story.
Oh no.
Okay, this happened on fucking Thursday. Like,
okay.
Why did it was all the days? The first night.
It wasn't even the first night. It was literally day 0 of the convention.
On Thursday, she did.
Okay. I just shout out to Cloud the Fluff Butt because he's been waiting for this fucking story since this convention happened. He's been waiting 3 months for this story, and this is shout out
Has
to
he not
Cloud.
heard of it?
No.
You never told him?
No. No, I don't think I did. Oh no. Oh, I'll make sure that he
Honest
sees
to
this.
innocent.
Hey, just shut up. Cloud. Okay. Day 0 of Anime Fest this year. Arlo and our friend.
Let's just call him Lion. Yeah.
And our friend Lion, we all got together. We were like, oh yeah, you know, this is our first convention. Like all of us are staying at the hotel. Arlo and I were in the same room, but Lion was in someone else's room.
And this room had a shit ton of people.
And a lot of people. And a lot of alcohol. So, Arlo and I were like, yeah, let's just fucking partake in this drinking.
Okay, so we grab our I'm not like a huge drinker, but I grabbed my little Capri Sun.
Yeah, we brought our Capri Suns to the room to make
and we put vodka in it and just kind of sipped on it. But Chloe here went fucking wild.
I
took a few shots and I accidentally inhaled one. I felt like I was breathing fire and I was like, okay, done.
I had the equivalent of about 7 shots that night.
God.
Of vodka.
So we were in the room for maybe like an hour with Lion, and then everybody started showing up into the room, so I was like, okay, we should probably go. I don't really want to, you know. I grab Chloe and I take her out of the room and I'm like, okay, let's go. She's like, why? Let's go to a panel! Let's go to a panel! And I was like, no, Chloe, you're going to bed!
She was literally taking me out of the room and I was ramming into the walls because I was so shit.
So I'm shoving this wobbly Chloe out of the room, and our room is in a whole different tower, so I have to ride the elevator it's only 5 stories for that one. 5 stories down.
Tell the story of the guys who are high on the
Oh yeah. So while I'm riding down the elevator, holding Chloe, and I'm just like, shh, shh. And she's just like, let's go! Let's go!
Oh no!
Woo! And I was just like, Chloe! Oh. These guys get into the elevator and they are just like smirking and they're just like, obviously something's going on, and they're just like in the back of the elevator
just get this huge smell, like you can see, like it's just a wall of marijuana smell.
It just walks in and I just look at them and they look at me and they're smirking, and I just start laughing. And then they all start laughing, and then Chloe's like, why are you laughing? She didn't know what was going on.
They just started laughing. I remember this in patches. Oh my god, I just remember like everyone's laughing and all I smelled was weed, and I was like, what is going on?
So we get off the elevator and we walk down to the different elevators where our tower is, and I'm kind of proud of doing all this because I didn't really pay attention where our room was the first time.
Oh dang.
And I had to like rip the information from Chloe. I was like, what room are we? What room are we? Oh, 25, 28.
I don't remember this at all.
I was like, I don't know what room we are. I was like, what room is the lion in? And she was like, oh, hello. And I was like, oh. I found his room just. Anyway, you don't have to know. Okay, I kind of skipped ahead because I do go back to Lion's room, but hold on. Anyway, I go up to, we're riding up the elevator, and I shove her into the room, and I like lay her down. I was like, you just need to rest. And then I look for my phone, and I'm like, fuck, I left my bag in Lion's room. And I was like, I cannot drag Chloe through all that again.
Yeah, that was hell.
And she's like, and she's still like super lit. She's like, and I'm just like, no, sleep.
I barely remember this, but I remember like seeing you leave, and you were like, okay, stay there, and I was like, okay, and I was super comfortable on the bed, and I just like I remember thinking like, oh no, Arlo left me, I have to go find her, and I just get up and I go out the room, and I'm like, Arlo, wait for me, and I come stumbling down the hallway.
Twice she did that. I take her into the room and I'm like, stay, and I leave, and I just hear her stomping down the hallway after me like, Arlo. And I'm just like, fuck, I get my bag! And so, I'm calling Lion, I'm like, my bag, where are you located? And, so I finally get Chloe to stay, and I'm riding down the elevator, and I'm hurrying up to the room, and I finally get there. Everybody's like already drunk.
Yeah.
And I get my bag, and I finally get back, and Chloe's passed out. Yeah. So I'm like, all this is over, you think. I'm like, all this is over, I can finally just lie down and watch fucking, we're like watching Impractical Jokers. And then our roommates come in and they're just chilling with us. And I've been periodically checking on Chloe and she's fine. And then finally, maybe 2 hours later, I look over and she's lying in her throw up. I'm glad she was on her side so she didn't freaking suffocate. And there's just throw up all over her face and hair and fursuit head.
I was laying on the neck of my fursuit and I just wake up and I feel warm and I just see chunks of the meatball sandwich I ate.
Oh yeah, really that day she had meatball sub.
4 hours ago.
Yeah, I saw it again. And you can never get the smell out of my mind.
There it was. Just all over the neck of my fursuit. And all over in the bed, I was soaking my face in it like a facial. It was glorious, let me tell you.
And before Chloe got drunk, she told me, she's like, my roommates don't like that. Just please don't tell them I drank. And I was like, okay. But I had to. I was like, hey, I need help taking care of Chloe. She drank. We need to put her in the bathtub. And I had to freaking so we get her out and she's like, ugh. I finally get her into the bathtub. After a while, she was awake and I was like, you need to get up, and she would be like, no, and then she just lie back down and throw up. And I finally get her off, and we strip all the covers off the bed, and we had to call for more covers.
Oh yeah, y'all, you had my friend, you guys had me in the Jesus position. Y'all had me, one of y'all had one arm, the other had the other arm, and I just remember, we're in the bathroom, Arlo's stripping me naked, and I just remember looking down, and I start laughing, and Arlo's like, what? And I'm like, that's my vagina. And Arlo's like, I know, I have one too. And I just thought it was the funniest thing ever.
I sit her in the bath and I didn't wash her. I washed all the throw up off her hair and she was throwing up more in the bathtub. She was holding a trash can in the bathtub throwing up. Okay, so while Chloe's trying to get her shit together, well, she finally does. This was 40 minutes of just sitting in the bathroom. I was just sitting in the bathroom with her. And we finally get her out and get into bed, and I get a call, and it was from Lion. I answered, I was like, Lion, you're not gonna believe this. And he goes, oh, you're not gonna believe this. And I was like, oh God, what happened? And he's like, oh, tell me first. And I was like, Chloe was throwing up, and I had to freaking strip her and wash her, and she was crazy. And he's like, oh, well, we just got evicted from our room. And I was like, what?
Day zero of the convention!
He's like, yeah, we were smoking marijuana.
In our bathroom, with the door closed. Yeah, that the neighbors were hotboxing their room. So they got called on, from the managers, and the manager smelled weed in Lion's room, so he called the police to investigate.
And they get up there, and they're like, you need to leave. And they're like, we will escort you out. And they're like, no, we can walk out, And so he went home, and he was banned for a whole year from A-Fest.
So yeah,
So can't wait till A-Fest 2019.
2019 is gonna be
lit.
The morning after that, Arlo kept trying to get me to drink water in the bathtub, and I kept I chugged the water bottle.
It would just go in and then go back out.
Yeah, I chug it and I immediately throw it up, so I'd have to slowly drink it, but I didn't get enough water in me, so I woke up at 6 in the morning the next day I felt like my head was being split open by an axe. I had such a hangover. I stumbled across the room, found the nearest water bottle, drank it slowly, and I went back to bed. I woke up at, I think everyone else got up at we all woke up at 10, and Arlo's like, hey, how you feeling? And I was like, and she's like, do you want to go get Smoothie King? And I was like, yes. So I just sat around drinking Smoothie King for a good hour until I felt better, good enough to fursuit. That wasn't my proudest moment, let me tell you.
It's a wild ride on a Thursday night.
A fucking Thursday night of the convention.
That's about all for our stories.
By the way, we will not be, for anyone curious anyway, we will not be at Midwest Fur Fest. We can't really afford a trip to Chicago right now. But we will, our next convention is going to be Texas Furry Fiesta, which is this upcoming February next year. So y'all keep an eye out for us at that. It's quite a ways away, we'll remind y'all, I'm sure, but...
And if you have any of your own horror stories, leave it down below. I would love to read them. Yeah,
that's my pastime is listening to con horror stories. That is my favorite pastime. I will read every comment, I promise.
Alright, well thank you for watching.
Thanks for tuning in to Box and a Half.
Bye.
Bye.